Marvel Studios delayed the Blade movie. Again. For like the third or fourth time. I'm starting to think they don't actually want this movie to come out. Well, here we go again. Marvel delayed the Blade movie, and this time it looks like it might be indefinitely. Deadline broke the news, saying, quote, "In what comes as no surprise, Marvel Studios' Blade won't be coming out on November 7, 2025. Rather, Disney is opening 20th Century Studios' Predator Badlands." The reboot of the famed Wesley Snipes Marvel movie was first announced at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019, with two-times Oscar winner Mahershala Ali starring. Production and development on Blade hit unavoidable delays with the global pandemic and dual industry strikes. The project saw two directors exit, first Bassam Tariq, who was eyeing a fall 2022 start, then Yann Demange. It's wild that we're 6 years post-announcement and there's still no Blade movie. What, did they multiverse his ass over to the DCEU? Deadline brings up the pandemic and strikes as a reason, but it looks like the real problems were the scripts and creative differences. Just check out the timeline. In 2021, Disney hired Stacey Osei Kuffour to write the first film and Bassam Tariq to direct. However, by the end of the year, Tariq left the picture over creative differences. Tariq got hired in September of 2021, so that was a quick turnaround. Then the studio brought in Yann Demange in late 2022, and then hired 4 different writers between that time and mid-2024 to rewrite the script, with the latest being Eric Pearson, who also worked on the Fantastic Four film. With all the rewrites, there wasn't much information about the plot of the film. We did get some rumors that Blade's daughter might be in the movie, which stoked fears that she would replace him as the lead because that was a trend at the time. New rumors also popped up following the news of the recent delay. One claims that Blade got bumped to make way for a Midnight Suns film. The Midnight Suns are a team of supernatural superheroes. I don't know if Kevin Feige would switch out a Blade movie for something like that. It would make more sense just to add those characters into the Blade movie itself. The other rumor is that Marvel Studios wants to focus on multiverse stories, and since the Blade film wasn't directly connected to that, it's been delayed. That sounds more plausible, however with the success of Deadpool and Wolverine and Wesley Snipes' cameo, it doesn't make good business since the sideline Blade. The fan response to the cameos, which I found out about even though I was trying to avoid spoilers, was so great that it'd be crazy not to make a Blade movie. That brings up another possibility. Maybe Marvel Studios wants to bring in Wesley Snipes. The current script obviously wasn't written with him in mind, so if this is a consideration, the studio would probably trash that script. They already lost the second director Demange, who bowed out in June 2024, so this would be the perfect time to start over. However, that does raise a question of what to do with Mahershala Ali. Would they give him a different role? Would they make him a different version of Blade? I don't know the nature of his contract, so I can't say that that's even an option. I do think that it'd be a mistake though not to bring back Snipes after a response to Deadpool and Wolverine. That said, it's wild that we haven't gotten a Blade film in 20 years. The 1998 movie started this current wave of superhero films. Quick side note, Blade is the first rated R movie I saw by myself. I was just old enough to see it, but I didn't have an ID at the time, so I actually had to use my birth certificate to get in. Anyway, we haven't had any new Blade material since the show from 2006. It's hard to believe that they can't get anything off the ground after 18 years. Then again, the comic has had the same problem. As much as people beg for Blade comic books, the books rarely do well. Bryan Hill's recent Blade comic didn't even last a year. It was okay, but like most of the Blade comics in the last 20 years, it didn't find an audience, even though I think his run was closer to the films, which everyone says they like. Blade just seems to be one of those characters who can't catch a break. I hope that Marvel Studios doesn't just shelve the film. We're due for a Blade movie, and honestly, it'd be nice if they brought back Wesley Snipes. He's 62, but still spry. He can still do some of the action. Let's get a movie out with him while he's still going through his second renaissance. I mean, we just saw how well a rated R movie can do. Get in there while the getting's good. But what do I know? I'm just some guy.